everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am so freaking excited about today's video because I'm finally revealing what I've been working on for the last many months. It hasn't been all of 2018, but most of last year I was working with this brand on really designing this, coming up with specific and intricate details to really represent me, Shea Whitney, and I'm just so excited to share it with you guys and really talk about all of the features and what makes it so different than so many items out there. And it's so incredibly versatile. I can't wait to show you how versatile it is and what makes it so special. So without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so I guess now is the time that I will reveal it. So if you were to order it, it would come in this beautiful black leather box, but it's currently not in here because I am wearing it. So I shall reveal to you that it is this beautiful leather Shea Whitney watch. So I have collaborated with Colton James watch for this watch, and it's actually, I'm gonna get to it in a minute, this isn't the only watch that you are going to get. So I'll get to that in a minute. But first, I'm actually just going to take this off just so we can go over all of the details because there are some really interesting details that are very specific to me in this watch. So here it is, here is the watch. And I first want to talk about the leather. So I spent so long deciding on which leather I wanted for the strap. I went through lots of different colors and textures and finishes, and I finally decided on this particular leather, which it is a full grained Italian leather, which is the finest cut you can get. It's so soft, it's so flexible. I feel like a lot of leathers out there, it kind of take a long time to break them in. You have to wear them for a few months for them to finally be comfortable on your wrist. But this feels super comfortable right out of the box, and I just especially love how it has a matte finish. So again, a lot of leathers from watches are kind of a smooth, shiny finish, and that's fine. It's just, I love how different the matte look is, and it just kind of gives it a fresh, a young, a modern look to it. And the color is another huge thing. I was so particular on the color beige that I wanted. There are no yellow hints of this beige. It's just the perfect camel beige color, and I'm so excited about it. Now, one of my absolute favorite parts of this watch, I mean, there's a lot, but one of my favorite parts is if you flip the watch over on the back, there's actually my signature ingrained right on to the leather strap. And it just says Shea Whitney. That's my real signature. And I have to give credit where it's due. Shout out to my friend at work. She's just the best. And she knew I was working on this months back, and she just randomly had the thought and said, "Hey Shea, I know you're working on this watch. Like, what if you had your signature on the back?" And I thought that was such an amazing idea. And I didn't think that Colton James would probably go for it, but as soon as I got home from work, I immediately reached out to them and proposed this idea. And they came back immediately and was like, "Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. We can do that. Like, you know, practice your signature, like send it over to us. We're gonna do it." And it just turned out so nice. And it's just such an interesting and personalized touch. Now, there are more Shea Whitney details on this watch. If you look at the hardware, it does have a beautiful rose gold hardware throughout the watch. It's definitely rose gold, but I would say it's a hint of just regular gold too. Like, if you were just to look at this, it does look almost just regular yellow gold, but there's just this twinge of rose too. So I love how it kind of goes with yellow, but also rose gold. It's just such a beautiful metal. But if you look at the buckle, it does have an SW. It has my logo, Shea Whitney, right there. And then it also has my Shea Whitney logo right here on the faceplate. Now, this logo is something that I've had for about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years now. I knew that I wanted to kind of expand my brand, and so I did have a logo created a long time ago because I have other hopes and dreams to go along with Shea Whitney as a brand. So I love how they were able to incorporate my logo on several places of this watch. So speaking of the face of the watch, I did go with a whitish silvery face, but you can actually get this watch in a black version as well, because what I love about Colton James, they just recognize that people have different styles and preferences, and so they were allow me to release and launch this watch with a black face. So let me show that to you now. So again, this is how the watch would come, and if you open it, you will see that here is the watch with a black face, and I love this so much. When I first designed the watch, I did go with the whitish silvery face, but I totally love this black too, and I know there's so many out there that would probably prefer this, so you can get it in either version, but there's something else super special about this watch, and if you do order it, it will come with every single set. So the two guys that founded Colton James Watch are actually engineers, and so they completely design and just come up with the watches themselves. So this is not a watch that is just manufactured by a manufacturer and just the logos are slapped on, and then you see a lot of watches that look very similar out there, but they're actually from the same manufacturer with different logos. So anyway, they designed this really cool watch in the fact that it's completely interchangeable as far as the straps. So there's this really cool mechanism on the back, and what I'm super excited about is the fact that if you order my watch, it will also come with this beautiful nylon strap, which I absolutely love. So here's what the watch looks like when you interchange to the nylon strap, and I absolutely love how it totally transforms the watch into just something totally different. It gives off kind of a sporty vibe to it, but I also think you could really wear this with a dressy outfit, maybe like a dressy chic blazer. It kind of has Gucci vibes to it, kind of like a designer watch, and I just, oh my gosh, I just really, really love it. So as you can see, the two styles of watches are totally different. Now you would, if you were to purchase this, you would pick between the white face or the black face. There will be a bundle also where you can have both faces if you wanted, but I'll have all of that information in the links down below. And then if you check out Colton James' website, they have other straps entirely that you could actually add on to your order, and then you'd have maybe a 3-in-1 watch or a 4-in-1 watch, and you'd really have a watch for every single occasion. But if you were to purchase my set, then you will get these two straps. Oh, and I totally forgot to tell you before I go on, they do have free FedEx worldwide shipping. So if you place an order, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you will get free FedEx shipping, which is awesome. And what I'm so excited about is the price point is the best on their website. It really is. And I'm super excited that they were able to work with me to get that to be the case. So we are just gonna go ahead and jump into the price point. So for my entire watch bundle, it will be $229 US. And I think that is such a good price point for the quality of these watches and just how well they are made. So that's what I wanna get into next and what I truly appreciate about Colton James as a brand. So Colton James actually uses 100% sapphire crystal for the faceplate. A lot of other brands actually use sapphire minerals or sapphire coated. So unless you have a really sharp diamond out there and decide to try and scratch this, this is completely scratch proof. They also choose to use Seiko Epson quartz movements, which is the most powerful quartz movements out there. It's way more powerful than the Swiss movements that most brands choose to use in their watches. Like I mentioned before, it is fully interchangeable, designed by the founders themselves, so you can have many watches within one watch, which is just such an amazing design. Speaking of design, every single component of this watch was designed by the founders. This is not something just pulled from a manufacturer with just a random logo slapped on the front. Everything from the hour markers actually are raised up and they reflect the light so beautifully. The case of the watch, it's actually an inverted bezel design, which will protect the sapphire crystal, just the edges of it, from any scratches whatsoever. Even the chamber design on the back of the watch was designed to be very slim, and that was more for comfort, but it also gives a very thin and vintage look to it. Even the nylon straps, this is what they look like when they're not attached to the watch. They are extremely high quality. You can just tell that they're thick and they feel really, really good. They completely redesigned and re-engineered the nylon compared to most nylon watch straps, and I think you'll feel that as soon as you take it out of the box. I personally think that a lot of watches out there, at least from other watches that I've purchased myself, a lot of them look so nice on the website and the pictures are just, you know, beautifully detailed and they're really nice. But when you get them in person, you just kind of have an underwhelming feeling. Whereas this, I feel like it looks great in pictures, obviously, but you just love it as soon as you take it out of the box. It's just so comfortable. It feels really, really well made. And I love it, obviously. I mean, obviously I picked out everything, so I'm going to love it. But I couldn't be more proud and excited, and just go me, yay. Sorry, I'm just let me have a moment. I'm just really excited. So I will have everything listed and linked down below if you want to check it out. I really hope you like it. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. But thank you guys for just everything. Without you guys, I would have never, ever been able to even do something like this. I have more hopes and dreams on the horizon. We'll see what happens. But I'm just so excited that I was able to partner with Colton James. So a huge thank you to Colton James as well for kind of even, I don't know, they just reached out to me and I love them, and they've just been been so amazing to work with too. And they're just great. So even if you don't like the watch, they have other types of watches too. Personally, I think mine is one of the better deals. Josh has some of their watches too, and he loves them. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.